Ever since Silentheart was nerfed, countless people have asked me for a new Silentheart build. However, Silentheart was never the meta to begin with. At max, old Silentheart stacked 25% extra damage on its M1s. However, by just investing a few points into achievements, you can stack 50% damage multipliers, making achievement-based M1 builds stronger and tankier than Silentheart's. So if you want the best M1 PvE build, you're in the right place. It can easily solo the Diluvian and breeze through hell modes. I'll be dropping the build maker link and showcase at 2,000 likes or 700 subscribers gained on this video. It's a big goal, but you guys tend to hit them pretty quick. In the meantime, I plan to make another video on a really pressing PvE issue, and I also want time to make sure the showcase is actually well edited. So like, subscribe, and join the Discord whenever that drops, and let's get into the prog. This build is going to replace Silentheart as the meta M1 option. Welcome back to another progression video, and as you already know, we are going to be progressing the ultimate M1 damage build. I'm designing this build to essentially replace the gap that Silentheart used to have. And because, if you really think about it, Silentheart were never really the meta for M1 damage anyways, simply because you can build up way more M1 damage with achievements. Also, we forgot our training gear. I'm gonna go back and buy that. The goal for this build is to not only be incredibly tanky, but to stack as many damage multipliers as I can to increase our M1 damage, while still having brickwall on the build, just so it can do stuff like solo Diluvian and hell mode very easily. Personally, the main reason that I want to progress this build is just because I find hell mode pretty fun, or at least I remember it being fun back when day 1 Broodlords were a thing, and I was on my Silentheart build. While I'll be mainly using this build for hell mode, just because I have a ton of Diluvian builds progged already, there's no reason this build couldn't solo Diluvian, since it easily has the damage and AoE for that. When you try to make a— oh my god, bro, we just spawned in. Why is there a corrupt King Thresher on us? Jesus Christ. No rest. Did I grab— oh, I thought I grabbed the Thresher Regicide. I wasn't paying attention. Alright, well, it looks like we're gonna be waiting for the guards to kill this Thresher. Bro, that does so much goddamn damage! Okay, I'm gonna rest at the campfire, and then I'm gonna go out and kill other stuff and pray the King Thresher falls into the void. We are definitely not strong enough to take down something that strong. I don't know why you can— never mind. If they want to make deep down jobs better, why not make it so only corrupt stuff spawns once you're like power 5 or 10? Kinda my fault for picking Thresher Regicide though. That would have been suicide even if it was a normal King Thresher. Looks like it fell off though because all the guards de-aggroed, so thankfully I don't have to deal with the job anymore. Anyways, let's just head out there again, and it looks like they— Gigaman's already respawned. These guys are so annoying because they'll chase you halfway across the map, so I kind of have to kill them as a power 1. Thankfully, these Gigamegs haven't respawned, so I'm gonna try and make it past before they do. Gigameds will ruin any fight with a monster. Getting stunned is brutal, especially at power 1. Job is nearby. Are you sure about that game? Okay, normal Threshers. I can take these guys down. Just lure him away. Don't want to risk the other Thresher aggroing. Now it's just simply parrying him until he dies of Providence Storms. The final weapon on this build is a little indecisive. Where is that? Another pack of Threshers probably spawned like around there, but they're not aggroed, so that's good. That guy does like a bar per— okay, we can't mess up. This guy does a bar per hit. But as I was saying, the final weapon on this build is a little indecisive. Most people think of hell mode as similar to the Diluvian, just because there's a ton of monsters, and your goal is to essentially just survive off health packs and stat check everything. However, there is one major difference, that being— is that another Thresher? Okay, no, I don't know what I was hearing. But yeah, the major difference is Squivers can't be hit with mantras. That's incredibly annoying and essentially means M1 builds are sort of required for consistent hell modes. Now, while you can kill Squiver with stuff like Providence Storms or Corrupt Counter, I'd rather not burn my bell every time a Squiver appears. Plus, unlike the Diluvian, a lot of the stuff in hell mode tends to have relatively low HP. This means that you'll be killing stuff and health packing far more often, unlike the Diluvian where stuff can have 30,000 HP. So essentially, you need to be able to put out more consistent damage, since more stuff is spawning frequently, but the downside is it dies quicker. I'll grab Blood Iron Spirit. Oh, that's where the other pack of Threshers is. That'll be easy XP. We got Chain of Perfection as well. And I'm also going to grab Fireblade just because we need to train our Flame Charm. Then I'll start by getting Vitality. Let's just equip this random gear we found. For now, it'll boost our damage by just a little bit, but it'll help overall. Thankfully, that Thresher is not aggroed. I don't know how. I'm going to try and lure it down here just so we minimize the risk of having to 2v1. I don't know how this thing is hitting me or how I'm parrying it, but I'm not questioning it. Thankfully, this guy should be about to die just because we have a lot of Chain of Perfection stacks. There we go. Let me use my boulder. Barely any fortitude points, damn. At least we can shred. My weapon choices for the final weapon on this build are still kind of split between getting an Evan Spear, Enforcer's Axe, or I can try to stretch for a Pale Briar to get more AoE. Enforcer's Axe does a little less damage overall, but the crit is far better for dealing with stuff like Squibbos. Why is there still a quest? I did both pressures. Unless there was a natural spawn. That might have been. Or that was. So I'm still kind of split between what weapon to choose. I think I'll probably end up going an Enforcer's Axe in the end. Just because I know that Squibbos, especially lightning Squibbos, can be a death sentence if you can't deal with them early. Evan Spear crit does guard break and is consistent if you learn how to land it. But just having an AoE crit that does damage to everything around me rather than just damage in one direction is pretty valuable, since there is always a chance a Squibbo or Enforcer will parry your crit. Power 3. We don't need warriors, so I'll burn that. I'll grab Giant Slayer for 10% more damage. Replenishing Knockout is going to be very useful. And I'll need Battle Tendency because we are getting reinforced armor on this build. Another Vitality. Now let's get some more quests. I could grab the Gigamed stuff, but Gigameds are honestly pretty annoying. Hey, we got a Shocker and a Thresher quest. So I love how these jellyfish just kind of stand getting beamed by the cannon the whole time. While I'm making my way over, I will continue to level up my achievements. I should be able to get some Flame Charm training off these jellyfish if my Fireblade doesn't get cancelled. Let me just continue investing. I want to try and get all my points to have this little arrow next to them, just so it'll end up increasing them mid-fight. Actually, we may be able to power up with willpower. Unfortunately not, but we are at least close enough where powering up again might actually be possible. I don't particularly want to fight. Oh my god. I'm pretty sure that guy's gonna fall off, so I'm just gonna ignore him for now and keep moving past him. Power 4? Nice. That was off those 2 Threshers as well. I'll freeze charge and turn. That's going to be super important. And grab Carnivore. Chopper's nearby. Should be a Shaco. It's probably around here. I'll grab a Bastion. Corrupt Shaco. It doesn't see me somehow, so I'll leave it like that. And then I'll roll 2. On this build, I do end up going more Flame Charm than I actually need. However, I'm mainly going it just so I can get the Immolation talent card to reduce the damage I take from Flame Wisp even more. That way I can always have it active with very little drain to my health. Plus, going 30 Flame Charm anyways will get me Flame Sentinel, which always puts out consistent damage even if I'm getting stunned. Therefore, it's going to be incredibly useful. Also, Ring of Curses. I think I might just use this. Oh, Power 10. Dude, it's 2 Threshers. How do I deal with this? Oh, that King Thresher might still be there. That could be very risky. Is it? It is, but it doesn't see me. Wait, there's only one on me. There's only one on me. Okay, we have a lot of monsters around us right now, but we're in a safe spot overall. It seems that other Thresher fell off the edge of the map anyways. Where's the Thresher going? What? He just kind of disappeared while burrowing. That's weird. I think I might power up, fight that normal crab down there, because it seems that this other Thresher is gone, and then I'm going to go for the King Thresher. Luckily, I'm in a really good spot where this crab kind of just can't damage me, so I can abuse that to get some free damage off. I'll continue to level up my points at the same time. Oh, that can hit me. I'll just back up a little more, continue to invest points, and maybe I'll power up again. Power up. Kind of got a little lag spike there, but I'm good. I'll grab Scuba Drowner, then ready or not, I guess that's some free damage reduction. Unlike the Diluvian, you go in and out of combat quite a lot in Hellmode, just grabbing a lot of our HP talents. And then, you know what, I'll grab a point of proficiency to make this faster. Now it's just a matter of us M1ing this crab and trying to dodge its grab and slam attack. Luckily, nothing else it does can hit me, even though I will probably still end up reacting out of habit. Oh, getting up here. Thankfully, he isn't corrupted unlike the crab up there, so he actually died pretty quick. Also, that was like perfect timing for him to die as well. Okay, I'm going to invest a couple more points and maybe power up again before I fight this King Thresher. I should be able to fight it decently well, but I don't want to risk anything. Seems like we can power up again. Power 6. That should be enough HP where we can safely fight this King Thresher, although I am pretty rusty at fighting them. another Bastion card, and I'll grab Burning Servants. We are going to use that in the end of the build anyways. Alright, let's not die. Its breath attack is going to be very hard for us to deal with. As long as I focus up on parrying and don't get lag spikes really bad like that one, I should be fine. Okay, that is a lionfish that I hear, but I should be... Oh, what? That was so easy. I was expecting that guy to be way tankier. Okay, yeah, we basically only got hit once aside from the breath attack, but basically no one can dodge that anyways. Alright, loot all. We are above carry load, so I am going to need to head back to castle in a second. In the meantime, I'm just going to get to power 7 and maybe power 8, since I know King Threshers give a lot of XP. Let me drop stuff as well. Grand Feast, I'll take that. Then Uproar, I don't want to get stunned by Squibbos too much. Champion's Regalia, that's a lionfish aggroed on us, although I don't know where it is. Never mind, that's aggroed on divers it appears. Is it down here? It is. Well, I'm not going down there to fight it, so let me just check this chest while investing in my attributes. 30 strength, that's all we'll need on this build. Now I'm just gonna level up our willpower. If we are really lucky, we can power up here, but I doubt it. Actually, wait, this looks... Oh my god. As soon as I thought it was possible. It might be our flame charm though. I don't know how many points we have. Of course we're right near the end. No, I'm just gonna... And... What? Not even a single flame charm point. Alright, unfortunate. Maybe up these guys. Really, no flame charm points. There was like 1,000 collective damage in flame charm mantras that I used. Okay, let's just get some more jobs and get these last 2 investment points. Oh, actually, wait, if I just use prayer beads, that might be able to get me to power up. Yeah, I could do these 2, but like, it's really hard to run from a Gigameg to something else. You know what, crab's fine. As long as it's not corrupted, we can kill it pretty easily. Berserk, perfect. That is really nice damage reduction. It's gonna go a long way in hell mode. And Charged Return. Fire Eruption, Graceful, we don't need any of these, so just gonna roll 2. I'll need to remember to keep training my Flame Charm, since I want to prioritize it due to all the stuff we need. Lionfish? Oh, is it down there? It is, okay. Yeah, we are not fighting that corrupt lionfish. It's gonna take forever to get to. Job is nearby. No, I probably can, like, power up before I finish killing this thing. Wait, oh wait, I forgot I just powered up. How did I forget that? It just happened. So that is a lionfish on us while we're fighting a crab. One at a time. I'll lure this lionfish up here since it can fly, and then I'll just deal with it. Oh, did not mean to fall down. It's a good thing this crab can't climb. The crab posture broke it? What? I did not think that was possible. I don't know how that hit me either. Now I should be able to burst it down with our mantras. There we go. Job complete. Let's keep spamming this in order to get a power up. We should have enough flame charm points from that lionfish. There we go. Power 9. We'll grab Flame Within. Freeze Bulldozer. Flame Within is going to be huge on this build since they recently doubled its damage output, letting me get 10% extra damage while it's active. We actually want Flame Leap on this build since the Reversal Spark variant will let us cancel fall damage. Very useful if we get caught by an owl. Can we damage this guy? Okay, we can't damage him here, so I'll have to fight him on fair ground. Uppercut. Burning Servants. Just as soon as I thought I was getting good at fighting this crab, he had to grab me. He should be getting pretty low since we have a lot more damage scaling compared to when we fought one last time. That's another lionfish I hear. I think it's just down there though. We do have an alpha rescue, so I'll head a little further out and hopefully find one. While I'm doing that, let's just invest more points into our flame charm. Okay, it seems these guards don't actually have any AI, which is probably why that lionfish was stuck down there for so long. Never mind, they have AI now. I'm so bad at as a King Gigamed. Yeah, no thank you. It's corrupt as well, so I'm not going to be able to kill it easily. I'm just going to mind my own business over here and invest points into Flame Charm. Don't need the dumbbell anymore, and we don't need that either. We have all the Flame Charm we need on this build. I kind of hope this guy ends up getting lured far enough. Wait, actually, this is perfect. It seems that one of the guards got aggroed on this guy, and the other one got kicked over here. So it essentially split up the mods for me. That's very convenient. Okay, let me just power up before I try and take that thing down, since it will be very annoying to fight. Thermite, Dancing, Burn, Strong Stone, and then I'll just grab 11th Hour. Might as well make my mantras free to cast. We won't be getting Lava Serpent on this build, just because our fire mantras won't be a main source of damage. Hungry Flames, that will be incredibly nice. We can essentially cast mantras for free, and then I'll also grab Flame List. Well, it's a lionfish. Okay, we're gonna have to split these monsters up somehow. I think I can just lure this lionfish further away up here. That way I don't need to risk fighting both at once. Splitting up monsters is definitely a tech you've got to learn for Deep Pound. It does require a fair amount of knowledge on how the monster AI works though, / what the range of their attacks are. Because I know at this point that the baby Gigameds could won't really affect me. And I also know that I'm essentially able to cheese lionfish like this just because of where it's positioned. There we go, it's dead. Let me just invest into willpower some more. Thankfully, this prog is yet again going really fast. Power 10 in 23 minutes isn't bad. The willpower is honestly the slowest part of the prog, despite willpower being easy to train as a deep bound. Will-O-Wisp and Exo and Agitating. We need all of these. Well, Will-O-Wisp should show up again. I'll grab that when it does. That's a Wisp mantra slot. Gonna be very useful to us. Freeze, Cauterize, and then I'll grab Agitating. I should get Immolator in the next talent hand. That is 2. Wait, are they not aggro? Can I? If I can safely fight one of them, that'll be incredibly useful. I need to pray this other one doesn't aggro, since fighting 2 at once is incredibly hard. Seems this guy's just holding S. I don't know how that other one can't see me. Maybe that tree is just obscuring his vision somehow. Okay, it seems we're gonna have to fight 2 at once. If I wipe doing this, then I kind of brought it on myself. Okay, yeah, we're not building any tempo. We're getting stunned too much to properly build any. King Gigamets are so annoying. But, wait. We got one up here alone. Okay, never mind. That isn't happening. Bro, why? They're stacked on top of each other too! Man, we really got like the worst RNG on... They're both corrupted as well. That sucks. So, okay, let me just invest points. Hopefully I can try and take one of their aggro. We would have actually had a smooth fight, but the problem with King Gigamets is they always just hold S and they will back up. Therefore, I ended up getting into the aggro range of the other one. Wait, I might have only got one aggro. This is good, this is good. Bro! Oh my god. I got launched so far! Anyways, guys, this is the layer 2 proc now. For real though, I'm just gonna... Oh wait, I do have to get Spear to go to Bounder's Nest. Okay. This is gonna be sort of hard, but we shouldn't wipe as long as I play right. Jesus, 2 King Gigamets at once. Couldn't have got much more unlucky than that. At least I should get a fair amount of XP from doing this, but my prog is certainly gonna be slowed now. Just gonna ignore these 2. I am gonna try to get one away from powering up from willpower. Oh, never mind. Because we're not in layer 1 anymore, all of our XP got massively reduced. It's unfortunate, but we can luckily escape to the devs pretty easily. Let's put Key in Door and go to Bonekeeper. The only somewhat risky part of this run is going to be going through Cave, just because I know the bounders can be very annoying, but I think I have a safe way to get around it. It won't be as fast, but if I do it correctly, then I won't have to deal with bounders, which, especially at level 11, even though I have a fair amount of HP, I have like no passive resistances at this point, and no real way to fight multiple bounders at once. Let's just climb up here and keep making our way to Bonekeeper. Parasites probably won't be an issue for us, since as a deep bound you don't really get insane. If only this was a little later and I could have got Heretic Sutra as well. I didn't quite get the timing right where I could just ignore the wind. This Bonekeeper fight is going to be a little risky just because of my low power, but as long as I'm focused, I'll be good. Okay, it's Gale attuned. Not the best luck in the world, but I can make it work. One of those grabs is going to deal like 2 bars to us, so I got to be very careful to dodge those, since I'm not really good at dodging the grab. Agitating Spark is also damaging us as well, since we don't have Immolator yet to reduce the fire damage. Come on, man, you got to be close to dying at this point. I mean, at least we're getting points from fighting him. Finally, posture broken. That means he's hopefully close to dying. Oh. Okay, we got grabbed. Like I said, we took 2 bars from that grab, but he was just low enough that we actually managed to kill him and not be in any real risk. Let's go turn the generator on, and we will head to Ignition Union Base to get the Ignition Hook talent. From there, I'm gonna have to try to do that trick with Cave to hopefully not have to fight bounders, but that trick itself will be a little bit risky. Let's just go through here. I'm gonna jump off the edge as well, just to save time getting to the base. So if you just jump straight here, you will land in the pits and take a fair amount of damage, but you'll live. Oh, okay, parasites are affecting us. Thankfully, there's a lantern in here, so we won't have to worry about dying. Let's just clear our parasites, grab the talent, and spawn the drill. Now all I have to do is go get Spear from Cave. On the way, I am going to health pack off a random Diver Husk, just so I have actual health. I don't want to risk getting killed by a bounder. Thankfully, these guys aren't very tanky, all this fire is piecing me up, but like I can't stop attacking this guy. There we go, he's dead. I got most of my health back, so I'm just gonna go to village now, and I am going to clip through the wall in order to get into cave. Thankfully, the bounder also didn't aggro extremely fast and hit me. It was very inconvenient to have to get hit into the void, so hopefully next time I don't get unlucky and have 2 King Gigamed spawn at once. Seriously, the day they give those guys actual attacks you can deal with, it's gonna be amazing. Let me just roll through the door. There we go. Didn't take too many attempts, so now I'll just go down here. I don't think this monster should be triggered, and it's not triggered. Perfect. Don't even have to deal with anything. Let's fall down here. Unlike, normally we would have been like slammed by a bounder or attacked in some way, so we are maintaining a lot of health in order to outrun the bounders when we clip out of bounds here. Grab the spear. I'm not dealing with these guys. Goodbye. I'm getting really good at that. There is a bounder right behind us. However, we can take the hook, and that is a really safe way to get spear at a low power. Gotta make the best of the situation we have, because now we've got to run through Bounder's Nest, which will be pretty risky. Since bounders can easily... Oh, that is a bounder. Weave. Okay, we're good. Jumped right where I was standing as soon as I took the hook. Could have been dangerous if we weren't careful. I should probably health pack off a diver husk while in cave, just because I'm going to need all the health I can get to outrun the bounders and Bounder's Nest. Let's just go talk to Chief, so that way he can unlock the door. Now that I think about it, I probably should have pressed the button in cave in order to open the initial door I went through, just so I didn't need to do it after. It's fine though. Let's just jump down here, clear our parasites for safety, roll clip through. Come on. It should be about the middle of the door. It tends to be a little more consistent than the other parts. Can I not just... Okay, this way you could break it with Fire Blade. Maybe I'm just incorrect. Can I like flame leap through? Nope. Come on, let me through. Yeah, I'm getting unlucky. For safety, let's just wait for one of these guys to aggro. Oh, this fire is so goddamn annoying. Agitating spark lighting me on fire will be useful later, but right now it's certainly a hassle. This is just wave 47 of the diluvian though, so I've just got a M1, and these guys will never parry me. 1 health pack. I should probably kill the other for safety. That's all the health I'll get. So let's make the dangerous run through Bounder's Nest and hopefully not get ganked by a ton of bounders, since we've already made pretty good progress on the slot. Jumped over that. They're about to spawn. Oh, dodge them. I'm coming up here for safety. They can't jump on me. There's the drill. Home stretch. And it looks like we didn't even get hit by the bounders. Let's go. Pretty easy layer 2 escape. Now that we're out, the first thing I'm going to do is leave Ignition Union. Sorry guys, your base is good. And go to castle to continue progging. Here's the praying we don't get jumped by... Oh, helmet. Okay. Oh my god. Here's the praying we don't get jumped by a bunch of Gigameds again. Let me just try to grab everything we could need. Not grabbing the Gigameds out of spite. I despise them now. About to make a Gigamed farming PvE build. I mean, these enemies, they already suck. True stun on a hit with no way to really dodge the hit unless you see them coming. Yeah, these guys aren't good designed enemies in my opinion. At least the normal Gigameds aren't tanky, but the King Gigameds are even worse because they have ranged projectiles that they shoot at you, and they also like never lose aggro. Jump nearby, lionfish, pretty easy one to start us off with. I mean, that was like amazing time to posture break. Also, that diver is dead now. Thankfully, divers don't get mad at you for killing him in events anymore. Okay, I am being a little greedy with damage on this thing, but I think we can get away with it. Oh, we can actually block agitating? I didn't know that. Job complete. Let's check the chest. Nothing too good. So back to spamming Boulder and Crabbies. Level 12. Immolation. Perfect. We will now take less damage from using stuff like Flame Within. Let's check the damage. Oh, that's actually not even that bad. Then we don't need any of these, so we will roll. Actually, I'll burn that, and then I'll roll 2. I'm gonna get Flame Whisper, but just so we take even less damage from using Flame Within. Seriously, guys, I'll put my health up. Just have a look at this. Yeah, this is like no damage, and Flame Wisp isn't leveled up, and we still don't even have a lot of HP. That was so fast, holy. Shadow Attuned King Thresher. Okay, I shall wait in order to fight that. I really want the guards out of my way. Let's also power up for safety, just because Shadow Attuned stuff takes 50% less physical damage, which is an absolutely insane buff. Is it coming over? Oh, no. The guards should hopefully die soon at least. Phoenix Flames. Nah, we don't actually need that. If we're knocked in hellmode, we're dead. Grab Ether or Magical Resolve, just so I can regen Ether. Get my Underdog. Flame Flourish. I guess I'll grab Bulldozer. That's an extra rare. Then another 0.2 Vitality. Okay, this guy's aggroed on me now, so let's lock into the fight. Man, look at how little damage I'm taking. This is crazy. I'm taking this little damage and getting 30% constant damage buffs. Yeah, that's so good. And Flame Within has like no cooldown as well, so I'm gonna have 100% uptime on it. Even when I'm not using Flame Within, I can still get Agitating Spark on myself in order to proc chart. Oh, Crypt. Normal Death Chest. That's actually really rare. Sadly, Crypt Blades aren't valuable at all. Still cool to see getting one from the OG method though. That's Prayer Beads up. I'm gonna try to get to 80 willpower. Thankfully, we get a lot of willpower points just passively from being in the depths, on top of what we get from monster kills. We're 100% gonna be able to power up since we have 2 Lionfish, one of those being corrupted, and a Shadow Attuned King Thresher. We're not. There we go. Just off that final willpower point. Don't need any of these, so I'll take the rare card. Defiance, we'll get that. I'll keep going deeper and try to get the Crustaceous Rex to spawn. Don't need any of these, so I'm gonna roll 2. Sunken Predator and Disbelief. Alright, Crustaceous Rex isn't spawning, so I'm gonna head back to Castle Light, and I think I'm gonna try to start using my auto Didact points just because we have so many saved up by now. We honestly might not have to leave Castle Light until the Shrine of Order, just because of how strong Adret, Auto Didact, Vow of Thorns, and Deep Bound is. It makes proccing so much faster just because you can instantly level up stat points of pesky attunements and core attributes. Mainly stuff like Charisma, Intelligence, and Fortitude, which you don't seem to get a lot of. Maybe it's just the fact that Deep Bound willpower gain really is just that high. Actually, while I'm here, I need to Mystic for Flame Sentinel, just because that's really good damage on this build. And while I'm at it, I'll sell the spare equipment I have, and that is a lot of notes. Now, mantras, give me fire mantras that are 2-star. Now let's invest what little points we can. Now, click on this. Get to 80, and then just spamming this up to 100. Actually, I'll probably stop at 90 just so I can get not a scratch. Don't need any of these. I'm gonna start stacking up folds. Dancing, Flourish, folding again. Don't want Return to Dark Ages. This build uses mantras. I'll get Flaming Flourish, just why not? Might as well get a little more damage on uppercuts. 6 Vitality, 408 health at power 15 with no gear. Not bad. Let's get to 90 Fortitude. Now we have reinforced armor requirements. As you can see, we have over 60 auto didact points just lying around. Need both of these. Do we even need to freeze it? Nah. Reinforced armor is basically guaranteed to show up anyways. Instead, I'll just burn this and take reinforced armor. Boot Skipper. I'll grab Breathing, plus 5 HP. Don't need any of these, so I'll fold. Salt, grab, don't want this. I need Flame Sentinel. Let me make sure that I'm mysticking for the right thing. Yep, it's a 2-star mantra. So I'll just grab Flame Assault for now and hopefully roll it after. Back to investing into our willpower. 100, I'll lock that stat. Now I'll just invest into our Fortitude. There we go. Pervious, don't want that. I'm gonna take it anyways, just because we need to get Piercing Will on this build. Not a scratch. Do we already have Piercing Will or something? We don't. Okay, we're just getting unlucky. We only have... I don't think... Do we even have it? Oh, there we go. I was gonna say, I'm kind of worried about getting Piercing Will because of the lack of power-ups we have left, but we're good. Let me just invest into Fortitude. And that's our pre-shrine basically done. Let me just do some final checks. Hold on. Actually, wait, let me change the race on the build maker to be the right variant. I know you guys can't see my screen right now, but I'm just configuring the build to be correct. Alright, it appears Adret was not the most optimal race, plus starting a shadow cast. I originally did the build maker for Vesperian, because, you know, I always do that. So we are only going to get 77 heavy weapon at the end of the build, which is still plenty. Like, we can use Enforcer's Axe. However, it's not as many as I would have liked to get, but we'll just have to deal with it. Anyways, 1 charisma, 1 heavy weapon. This is the point of the progs, guys. I prog the build before I showcase it to you guys, just so I can make sure I'm dealing the most accurate information on what's actually good. Anyways, now we need to head to Widow, get our Heretic Sutra requirements, and then we need to Shrine of Chance, Brickwall, and then finally Shrine of Order. So the final stages of the build, essentially. It's a Power 17 Shrine. Shrining Late is kind of a given with Brickwall, and is also why slight deviations in the stat points can result in big changes. What's the Chakra doing? He should... There we go. Yeah, shredded. Nothing stands a chance against us in the depths, and we don't even have a fraction of the power this build will have. Let's just make our way over to Widow and get the Insanity we need. I meant to glider a little earlier, but we should still be able to make it in 2 gliders. Here we are at Deepwoken. Widow. Once again, I mean, if you guys have seen any of my other progs where I get Heretic Sutra, you guys know the drill. Let the Widow aggro on us, and then just sit in here while it shoots us with webs. It's very easy. Also, just from seeing how the build plays while progging it, I'm definitely excited to see how this performs when it's max power. Blade Within plus Flame Wisp is just such a good combo, because I'm essentially taking 1/4 the damage I would, plus leveling up Flame Wisp will make me take less damage, and having more HP will make me take even less. As you can see, in just the time of me rambling, I've only taken 10%, which is extremely good. That might seem like a lot, but when you consider how low the drain is going to be at max power, and the fact we're going to be health packing more since we're gaining an absolutely massive 30% damage from Flame Within, it's going to be perfectly fine. Not to mention, when we Shrine of Auto, Shadowcast will give us Shade Devour, which that'll give us another 20% on top of that. So we're boosting our damage so much with attunements, and you've got to consider that Silentheart at its peak only boosted your PvE damage by 25%. I mean, Silentheart did get more weapon, so the Dragon Kings would have 23 more weapon because they can get 100, although I believe this build can get 85 if you do it optimally. So with an optimal run of this build, I'm just doing math in my head, one weapon point is about 0.5% damage, 15 points, so 7.5. So a Silentheart build would get about, what, 37.5% more than this build at base. However, this build is able to buff its damage up by 50% thanks to Shade Devour and Flame Within. So yeah, this build it's just insane. It's over 10% better than the Silentheart was in its peak, and we're gonna get AoE stuff like Blinding Dawn, as well as other generally useful stuff like Reinforced for damage reduction, and Flame Sentinel for free passive damage. That being said, I will sadly need to Shrine of Temptation to get Flame Sentinel in this build, just because I didn't manage to get it from my talent hands, but that's gonna be fine. Anyways, enough of my rambling on damage multipliers on that. That's kind of what PvE is. It's just a lot of math in the end. Well, math and like testing to see if a certain bug actually works. I mean, I say bug, but this build doesn't exactly use any. 10 seconds, then wait, can I even call the deep? I might not be able to. Can I? Oh, I can't call the deep, and I'm kind of far away. Okay, let's just reset, and I should hopefully be put near Castle Light. If not, then I'm just gonna log and then come back in 10 minutes when I can use Follow the Deep again. Alright, let's see. Where do we spawn? Actually, not bad. Yeah, we just head through there, get to Castle. I'm now starting to actually realize how good this map is. I've kind of taken it for granted, but surprise, surprise, our map is pretty good for navigation. There's also a Terrapod behind us. We could kill it, but we have all the XP we need for now. But the massive benefit of Autodidact on this build is going to be that we don't need to focus on training our pesky weapon mastery. We almost had to escape floor 2 again, but this time with Insanity, which would have been suicide. I don't think I get in there. What? I don't want to. I need to run these guys. I don't want to fight them. We get a true stun combo with me for 5 minutes. Let's just head to Castle and talk to Claris, so she'll let us down to Layer 2. We're back at Castle Light. Thankfully, no Broodlords jumped us in the depths. That's happened on a few progs and is really annoying just because I can't exactly fight back against the corrupt Broodlord. I still kind of miss day 1. Since when I first started doing Hellmode, I'd fight OG corrupted Broodlords, which would deal way more damage and have full 80% anti-heal, which was insane. Then while I was doing a Hellmode with the full anti-heal applied, my health bar would just not be moving as I'm killing stuff. Like, I was only able to barely sustain my health and just because the build was that tanky. This was pre-bleed nerf when I was actually able to do it. Sadly, the Broodlords got nerfed. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people are happy about it, but I can't lie, I like the thought of a really strong enemy. And I kind of wish that they made Broodlords have their full anti-heal in the Diluvian, since that would actually make it hard to solo. There's our Heretics, now let's Light Hook out. Our body is a little glitched. Now we just need to go Shrine of Chance, Temptation, and Order. Thankfully, the really good part about a PvE build shrining this late is it's essentially impossible to mess up just because we have so much knowledge and essentially got all the other talents we need. Sadly, we're gonna have to get rid of Fireblade, thank you for your service, and Flame Sentinel. Very nice damage, consistently hitting targets without me having to do anything. It's a must on this build. Now we'll go to that, guarantee human architecture. Now we're gonna have brick wall, guaranteed. Talk to Shrine of Chance. Let's see, what don't we need? Don't need this. No point in slowing down how fast I get gripped. I'm dead. Grab brick wall, and now we're ready to Shrine of Order. Like I said, these aren't the most optimal stats in the world. They could be lower, but the build on the showcase will be even stronger. So let's agree, and these are our post-shrine stats. I'm assuming we just have no weapon. Oh, we actually got 1 point. That's surprising. 2? What? That's so weird. I was expecting us to have no... Oh, okay, 3, of course. Pull of the Deep, and now we do the most OP part of this prog, and honestly, the main reason I saved auto-didact points, because weapon is so annoying to train. Just go into here and spam out our heavy weapon. We should be able to reach power 20. Need both of these. Freeze Wyvern's Claw, grab Charismatic Cast. Heavy Thresher Claws, we also need that. Wyverns have to grab Heavy Hitter. Might as well get more posture damage. Good for guard breaking squibbos. Now that I think about it, I probably should have guaranteed Shade Devour, since we still need that on the build. And that's a really good roll too. Wyvern's Claw and Armor Conserver. Needed both of those cards badly. Let's go over here. Mantras. Give me Shadow Mantras. Okay, I need to relog in order for the shrine changes to take effect on Mystic. Now that we've relogged, we should be able to guarantee, there we go, 1-star Shadow Mantras. Back to investing into our heavy weapon. We are likely going to run out of points since auto-didact points massively drain the amount of XP you have, but we can just do a couple deep down jobs and be fine. Power 19. Let me actually get rid of a support mantra. There we go. I can chuck this in our Wisp mantra slot anyways. Very nice. Now we should hopefully get Shade Devour. Top love. 10% more damage is very much appreciated. Warrior's Swing. Free damage reduction. Seekers Encircle. None of this is any good. Then roll 2. You know, I probably should have picked the mantra just so I can reroll it. And it'll be fine. Final round of investing into our heavy weapon. Let's hope we can manage to power up here. If not, it's as simple as doing, yep, gonna have to go do a deep down job. And that should be all the XP we need to reach power 20 on the build. So let's take that. Oh, so yeah, don't want that, that's annoying, that's risky. And then the rest of this is easy. Okay, let's go shred some deep down mobs. Practice for hellmode. Oh my god, that actually killed all of them in one shot. This is level 1. Impressive. Yeah, that's going to help us out in hellmode so much. Especially when we modify it to last forever. We are going to constantly be outputting extra damage. I'm unsure if I should modify it to make it follow me or make it completely independent. Just because the benefit of making it independent from me is I can just leave it in a location to aggro monsters for me and get me free health packs. One more monster should do it. Objective is nearby. It does not appear to be nearby. Seriously, where do half of these things spawn when they say objective is nearby? I swear they're never here and the game is just like despawning them. Objective, King Thresher. That should, yeah, that's going to be enough of the XP. It's going to be plenty of XP for us. As you can see, we don't even have Flameless buff and we're taking like no damage from this guy. Already dead. Jesus, that's crazy. That damage is so good, guys. What the hell? This guy's aggroed on me instead of the Threshers. Good job, Diver. Top of that on. Let me try to like show you guys the damage we're taking. We're taking like 1 health every like 3 seconds. This is so good. We just summon this out. I don't even care we're fighting 2 at once. This build is shredding them. We don't even have the weapon we need, and we're just like easy power up. Yeah, you can already see Flame Within kicking in and soloing. We're just taking no damage while using it. Grab, burn this and take Loot Skipper. Again, we're power 20, so it's safe to take a bunch of extra res. We'll take padded armor though. I do think we have enough spare rare cards. No, actually wait, let me slow, but never mind, that's not useful. So I'll take Heavy Fatigue. Actually wait, oh, I just realized something. So there's that card that you attack things in the depths and you'll cause them to slow down. And then there's that talent that I just missed off where I get hyper armor if I'm attacking a slowed target. So maybe that's actually better. Anyways, let's go invest the last couple points we need. This should get us to 75 weapon. We will need to do a boss to uncap it, but at least we can use a good weapon for now. And I know just the weapon for us to use. Spare Astral Evan Spear that I took off my Dragon King build before I wiped it. There we go. Now we have a lot of damage on the build. Also, I just noticed I forgot to equip Pass Defender in order to make sure that we get banks bugged. Never mind. Yeah, forgot to equip Pass Defender. My bad. But we can just equip it and get the extra talent hands on the surface. Y'all, okay. I managed to organize the one and only Ecliptic, the #1 Ethiron speedrunner, to give me a quick full 2 carry. I'm just gonna give him some footage in exchange. Oh, he's leaving. Alright, I gotta go crop it down. The footage I'm just gonna send him is the achievementless mage that I did. That's Am I about to get... I'm about to get 2 carried. Both of these guys are about to carry me. Now we're about to get like a 5-minute Ethiron. Anyways, let me just go dig up this footage room. I managed to get these guys on my ping, but I think we're good. These guys are on actual like top tier builds, so we still might be able to one cycle. Oh yeah, Chase is getting blended right now. Surely that's a one cycle. Surely. Okay, it's not. It's also my ping, so these guys can't exactly operate at full power. We're gonna make sure it's my ping for Ethiron though. I don't want to get these guys killed. These guys will be so fast with Ethiron though that like high ping Ethiron is not gonna be able to shoot me. Oh yeah, Chase is dead. And not grippable? Damn it. HP scaling is crazy. Chaser's like insane HP. I can't lie. I feel like it's like not even double, triple, something like that HP with players, because these guys deal so much damage. Like they can one cycle Chaser easily. And hell, they can probably zero cycle Ethiron. It's just, well, not on occasion they could, you know, with like max RNG. Let me just grab, and then here we go. I hope it's their ping and not mine. If not, we're gonna need a relog. Okay, we managed to get it to be their ping, so I'm about to get the most insane carry now. As you can see, they both said run it back. Yeah, they're both at steady. I may explain how to do the tech they just did in a future video. But yeah, just know that they're like stupid fast. Got a Sparks up across the void as well. This is the most insane carry. So these two should just claim the Doers world record. They already opened Ethiron. That's crazy. These guys, they wiped 2 times trying to get Ethiron world record. Damn. Must have been unlucky. I mean, the tricks they do are kind of risky. Let me just check my... Need to get 1 more chest. Just let them know I need 1 more chest so they don't end up starting Ethiron. Since they're gonna get Ethiron in like 20 seconds or something. They are just that fast. Alright, I'll keep looking around. I'll 100% find one. There we go, I see one. Let me actually check in here as well, since I know the chest beams very often hide in buildings. Yeah, okay, I cannot make that. This build does not have a lot of agility, but at least there's a chest in here. Let's grab this. I don't have enough mobility to grab extra chests on the way back. So, alright. I got 50 medallions. It's actually more than we need. I am willing to acknowledge on this build, however, I'm just going to Moonsight Tome for that. Saves me a lot of time, plus I have 9 Moonsight Tomes, so I'm not going to run out. Let me actually try to grab this one chest before they start Ethiron. There we go. Ready. I probably should have made actual Master Armor before we started this, but I'll have to make do. Alright, this is going to be so easy. At least I can kill this guy. Bro, I can't even react to those bones. What? One of them is split off. That ult is on me. Bro. This is gonna be risky. This is gonna be so risky. Okay, we're good. We managed to deal with the ult and high ping. Now, because they're up higher than me, I'm at like no risk at the moment. These guys will be dealing so much damage. The bones are unironically splitting off because of my high ping. It's so odd. Okay, you guys are on the 3rd floor. I would come up and like help them kill Ethiron, but I know like these guys just deal way more damage than me. I'm just gonna like stay here so the bones can't even hit me. It's so weird that the bones end up splitting off. 2 immediately tracked onto me, and then there's like 1 delayed bone. Ethiron is about to be stunned. When that happens, he's gonna be dead so soon. Oh wait, what? The Ethiron's hand's right here. Okay, I mean I might as well. I mean I'm still gonna be dealing decent damage. Yeah, that was so fast. What the hell? Didn't even get through like half of the phase. I'm assuming they're gonna loot all. I need gems. There's actually a deep crusher in there. Didn't even know they could drop from floor 2. Can't lie. I mean, it makes sense. Seriously, guys, seriously, devs, when are we gonna get that boss loot pool buff? We really need it. Ethiron is like, he's such a cool boss in concept. Like, I think I've honestly been like, I've changed my mind on floor 2. I used to think it was so boring, but now I think floor 2 is pretty interesting. I can't lie. It's at least really cool to watch the speedruns of it. If you haven't, just go watch Ecliptic's Ethiron skip percent, where you know he takes the teleporter to floor 2. It's actually so interesting to see like all the glitches he uses, especially because they're so precise as well. Like he had to spend so much time calculating the best way to do them. Very entertaining to watch. Is there like a chest in here? I thought we got here way sooner than I thought. No chests. No free loot for me, unless there's a chest in here. Almost walking through the orbs. Is there a chest? Yeah, there's like no chests. It's fine, we'll live with up to 66. Now that we're at a layer 2, huge thanks to Ecliptic and Diotri for, well, boosting me. That run was so fast. We can now get our Dawnwalker. What do you have to offer? Teach me, I vow it. There we go. Let's just get some knowledge, and there we go. Maxed out Dawnwalker. I am going to convert the rest of the medallions into further knowledge, just because we are going to need to plan of chance and temptation a few times. With this out of the way, I'm just gonna get our heavy weapon to 77, and then I think I just need to go to the surface to finish off the build. Let's just invest the 2 points, and that is our stat points maxed out. Let me just lock everything. Now I am going to grab an Idol of Young Shoal in advance and a Moonside Tome. You know, actually, I'm curious. Oh my god, wait, did the bank bug? No, it didn't. We're good. Sometimes the bank bugs if you walk away. Let me check the health drain with and without the Deep Scorn helmet. What are we looking like? Yeah, that's really slow. But if I equip this, let's see if it gets noticeably slower. Okay, it doesn't get any slower. That's unfortunate. I was really hoping this helmet would reduce the flame within burn damage just because of the already dead talent. But I'll leave it equipped anyways, since it does give us good DVM and monster armor. Let's head over to the Temple of Hearts once again, and we will try to fix up our talents and mantras. Got a Shaco in our way. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. 4 hits without having all of our talents. That's pretty good. We're at just under 1,000 damage a hit with no DVM. The first thing I want to do is try and get Shade Devourer on the build. Now, the sad thing is we won't actually be... Oh, there we go. Shade Devourer. We won't be able to get all the mantras we need on this build just because, well, I didn't pick enough while progging. However, we can just use Shrine of Unification to get more. Let me get rid of Shadow Eruption, where after Reinforced, there we go. Exhaustion Strike is another mantra we need, but we also need Taunt, so I'll guarantee Charisma. Now we'll need to use Shrine of Unification. Let's see, I'll get rid of Inferno. And Sunken... Oh, wait. The speed buff's not applied. And our slowed. That's the talent I was talking about. I want to try and get that other weapon talent that did more damage to slowed enemies. Let me Unification one more time, and we should have all the mantras we need, I think. Let's get rid of Duelist Dance, and we won't need Impervious Slumber, and Taunt. Perfect. I think we have all the mantras I need on this build. Yeah, now it's just fixing up our talents. Let me just guarantee I'm a master with my hands, and equip this Pathfinder. It'll be a nice color of blue. I found the talent that lets me get Hyper Armor if I'm attacking an enemy slowed by my Great Axe. Let's get rid of Conquer Your Fears. We already have that passively as a deep bound. There we go. Attacking an enemy slowed by your Great Axe provides you temporary hyper armor. That is really good with Sunken Predator. As you can see, hitting an enemy in the water or in the depths will have their speed buffs nullified and are slowed. So every 20 seconds I get guaranteed hyper armor. That is extremely strong. Now let me just find my shield as my ally. There we go. Now I can guaranteed get Turtle Shell and Knight's Rally. Let me just find something to reroll. It seems we have quite a lot of decent cards, although I think I can just get rid of Concussion and Bulldozer at Shrine of... Yeah, let me go Shrine of Unification, then I'll Shrine of Division, first popping the Moonside Tome, and then I can solve our issue of having too many rares. We still do have the extra talent quests in the surface that I will go take in order for us to get even more stuff to reroll. Those will give us 3 more talents. I'll grab Sing, replace with that for now, divide Sing up, then I will just reroll those 2. Let's go down here, get rid of Conquer Your Fears, Knight's Rally, perfect, then Freds in High Places, Turtle Shell, there we go. Let's Call of the Deep, and let's go get our Bell. Well, actually, I don't know if we'll have Bell, just because there was only 1 Chaser and 1 Ethiron that I didn't really deal much damage to. But there's no harm in checking, and if not, I'll just go to the surface. Let's see if I have Bell. I doubt I will, but no harm in checking. Expected. Alright, let's go to the surface and finish off the build. Let me just use the idol, and we will get out of depths. On the surface, we need to get the 3 extra talent hands, do mantra quests, and level up hard mantras. I was just in an Ethiron server, and then a raid event just spawned out of nowhere. Yeah, I'll compete. Okay, never mind. Ethiron doesn't like me, I think. Ethiron's raid event is like so cool. I'm glad it happens more often nowadays. Okay, I'm just gonna let this event play out. Let's start the first quest. I don't think we have many cards we need at the moment, just because the good thing about this build is we end up getting a lot of spare talents. I think the only major one is Full Reset, which we can't actually get right now due to the fact it requires Bell, and We don't have that, but that won't be an issue because after we get everything sorted, I am going to go do some Ferryman. It should only take me about 3 to get the requirements to have Bell, and like always, the Bell we want to get is Corrupt counter with Insanity downside, or even Fire downside would work, since that'd proc charge return, and we take like no damage from the fire. We've found Lars. Let's head back down to the Legion Scouts. I'm very excited to use this build in hellmode, I can't lie. Just from testing it against random monsters, we are already dealing a ton of damage, and we'll be dealing even more once we put good gear on the build. Additionally, we can use Ishin's Ring to gain a massive damage buff to our M1s, since Ishin Ring works best on non-mantras. Therefore, it's really easy for us to probably even one-shot Corrupt Chakras under certain circumstances. First quest, let's see what we get from it. Impervious, sure, I'll take a rare. Nothing there's very good. I'm pretty sure we won't even get any talents that we need. Second talent hand quest, let's talk to this guy. I heard a chakra roar in here just a second ago. Let's see, are we gonna one-shot him? Oh my god, just off a one-shot, that's so sad. I mean, it makes sense considering we don't two-hit Corrupt Chakras. Hand that in. Now we just need to head to Vigils and get the next talent hand. I think I'll just take Rending Impact. Let's hand in the final thing. This will also give us a lot of spare aces in case we need to reroll anything. Yet again, don't need any of these, so I'll just take Bulldozer for now. Anyways, from here on out, we are just going to head to Ferryman at Boatman's Watch and farm him a few times to get Bell on the build. Hopefully we get the right Bell and I don't have to do a bunch of floor 2s for rerolls, since that's going to take forever. Now that we are at Ferryman, I'm just going to place down everything so I can start him. I'll probably need to rearrange my mantras just so I can actually, you know, kill him efficiently. Let me just put that there. Okay, I've rearranged my mantras. This won't be a very fast Ferryman, but it should be okay. Of course, I put my weapon away immediately. And there's Ferryman dead. Didn't take too long. Obviously, it's gonna be much quicker when the build's actually finished. Let me just look for some 4% DVM rings. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like we're gonna get any. Okay, I've just reset the Song Seeker after doing a bunch of Ferrymen. The last thing we've got to do in Surface, besides leveling up our mantras, is going to be doing Mantra Quest at Vigils. We don't actually need any more mantras, but we can dismantle that one mantra into 2 other mantras in order to Shrine of Division in depths. So we'll do that to make sure the build is totally maxed. Let's start the quest, go grab his books, grab the books, and hand the books in. We don't need anything in particular, so whatever I get, I'm gonna division. Shrine of Division, fire gun. Anyways, now we are going to level up our mantras, then head back to depths to finish up the build. Luckily, because all of our mantras are so low level, it doesn't cost many notes to max them out. Reinforce and Exhaustion Strike are the only things we're getting past level 2, but there is all of our mantras maxed out. I think it's about time for us to head back to depths. Hopefully I didn't forget to do anything in the overworld. Let me just learn all of these schematics and craft, out of notes. Let me just go withdraw some notes from the deposit box so we can craft Ignition Deep Delver. Let me just sell some Bloodless and Wayward Gems. And there we go. I have more than enough notes in order to... What? Oh, that's bad. I should log. The Sentry is targeting the divers, and that made them angry at me. Now that we have actual notes and the divers don't hate me, that is Ignition Deep Delver crafted. Oh, wait. I just realized. Oh, Auto Scream. Alright, not ideal, but I'm gonna go Bell check. Then we're gonna go to the surface and kill Kaido to get Auto Scream. I completely forgot to do that. Let's see if we have Bell. There we go. After all those Ferrymans, thankfully a Bell. Okay, it's kind of bad. It's not the right one. Thankfully, these guys are really easy to kill, thanks to Flame Sentry providing, well, free damage, even when I'm being hit. Let's Light Hook and go to Young Shoal. Here we are at Temple Hearts. Let's go talk to Young Shoal and pray that I get counter. Let's see. Oh my god, of course I get nothing. Of course. Anyways, let's just idle out to the surface and kill Kaido. Still kind of annoyed I forgot. While I'm in the surface again, I realized I forgot to modify my mantras as well. So I'm just going to apply max log and max eternals. Just occurred to me that we don't have any notes, so let me withdraw some. Alright, 4k should be enough to modify our mantras for everything that we need. Let's once again put the logs on the shade valve. This should give it near 100% uptime. Now we'll go to Flame Sentinel. We put quite a lot on this, putting logs off 800 notes. And there is a Flame Sentinel that lasts for quite a while. Let's modify Burning Servants. We're going to put a lot of modifiers on this, just because Hungry Flames allows us to use flame mantras for basically free. Now we have a really big Burning Servants. That's going to do a lot of damage to stuff around us. Now let's modify Flame Wisp some more, adding 3 of each log, giving up notes, and now our Flame Wisp will last for quite a while. It has 12 signs now, but I'm probably going to write some sort of macro to quick cast. At least we'll be able to keep Flame Within active the entire hell mode. Also, yeah, just look at how slow the health drain is. This is crazy. On top of popping Shade Devour, we take like no damage, and we're currently gaining 50% damage on our M1s, which is crazy good. As I was going to Boatman's, I found out that somebody is doing a Kaido, so I'm going to try and get a hit in, just so we get auto. Hopefully they don't mind a little bit of health. And I hit. Gotta make sure not to tag them, since I don't want to tag the people whose Kaido I'm leeching. I could pop all my damage buffs to try to wail on this Kaido. Actually, I'm gonna pop Shade Devour. This is a good damage boost, since we're now proccing Charge Return. Also, you can see that I was getting Hyper Armor just on my normal hits. So this talent definitely procs pretty frequently. It's gonna be incredibly good in Hell mode, just to get Hyper Armor every 20 seconds. But that's auto already unlocked, so I guess we just go to Fort Merit now. I'll go to Fort Merit in order to get the Auto Scream talent. I intended to be at Boatman's for way longer, but huge thank you to those guys who are already fighting Kaido and saved me a bunch of time. Now that I'm at Fort Merit, I am going to Mystic for both Auto Scream, and we also need to get full reset. I've also decided that I'm going to go with Sacred Field. Normally, under most circumstances, you would go Corrupt Counter on this build. However, because I am explicitly doing Hell mode, that means that I don't necessarily need the damage counter gives, and instead taking the damage resistance of Sacred Field is better. Also, all my cards are rares, so I'm gonna have to Shrine of Division, in depths, and then I can Shrine of Chance to get those cards. Well, we came to Fort Merit for nothing. I forgot we only picked rares. Anyways, what I'm going to do now is I am going to try to use my idols to get a really good Sacred Field. So that means I'm just gonna go to Songseeker real quick. Actually, my bad, I'm so used to having to untarnish my bell. I'm just gonna do it here. I can do it solo because you might be confused on how I can tell if a Sacred Field is actually good. Well, let me just tab into the wiki real quick. There is a total of 3 different stats that can be used up in your point distribution for the bell. Those being resistance strength, range, and duration. So essentially, when I corrupt my Sacred Field, I'll get more points distributed in those stats, as well as physical or mantra resistance will be decided. Basically, if I get a really small Sacred Field, it either means I have a high duration or a high amount of resistances. Therefore, I am going to be going with the smallest Sacred Field I can possibly get. I'll either have so much duration that it's basically 100% active, or I'll have so much resistance that nothing can damage me. Because the Sacred Field follows you so fast, it doesn't matter. Like, you can tell this isn't a good Sacred Field just because of how far it reaches. You also can't really outrun Sacred Field either. It's that good. But I'm going to need to burn a ton of idols re-rolling for a small Sacred Field. Let me just withdraw all 3. I may need to go farm for re-rolls later. My current goal is just to see what the smallest Sacred Field variant I can get is. I'm hoping for something that doesn't reach much further than this wall, because if you remember back in the day, my OG Diluvian build that used Enforcer's Axe, or it was either Grand, I honestly forgot. That thing had a tiny Sacred Field, and it basically made you take 1/3 physical damage, which is insane. So if I can get something like that for Hell mode, it'll just be crazy. This seems like it's about the same size, unfortunately. Therefore, it means that, once again, a lot of my points are in range. But I will wait for it to disappear to see how much time is left on the Resonance cooldown. If I get lucky and it's something like 10 seconds, then I guess I'll keep it. As you can see, guys, this Sacred Field is so massive. Wow, that didn't last long at all. While it could have high resistances, I don't really need to have a sacred field that doesn't last long, but gives good resistances. I still have the effect, which is weird, but the model itself is gone. I'm just gonna wait to see when this effect fades. It appears now, so what, that's 30 seconds of downtime? That's not particularly amazing. It looks like we're gonna reroll to get another sacred field. Honestly, I'd rather this than just getting a plain old corrupt counter. This way I'm kind of rolling for the perfect sacred field to give me infinite damage reduction. Alright, let's see, how big is this one? That appeared sideways. Oh wait, is this small? No, same size. Are they all the same size? I'm getting the feeling they might be, but this one seems to have a low cooldown. Hopefully the duration is high on it. I'll try to ask around to see what like the best corrupt sacred field people can get is. I might do something like 10 bell rerolls and see what the best sacred field I get is. Okay, it seems like about the same 20 to 30 second downtime. Hopefully that doesn't persist across all variants. Let me use my last idol for now and pray that I get a small sacred field. If I do, then we know that that's the one we want to keep. I don't really care what downside I get. While insanity is the best, I can make do with damage. And fire isn't too bad either. This one, I think they're all the same. Oh, okay. It appears that they're all the same size, or I'm just really unlucky. Okay, then I'm just gonna have to get someone to help me test what the damage reduction on these are. Okay, kind of unfortunate I didn't know that beforehand, but we can make do. Let's see if this thing despawns in the next couple seconds. It does, okay. There seems to be like a universal cooldown to duration ratio, which is kind of weird. I don't think we have to do anything else on the surface, so I'm gonna head to depths once again. Sadly, I couldn't get the best sacred field yet. Here is a good test for us. Let's see how many hits it takes to kill this. Oh, 2 hits to kill a corrupt King Gigamed. That's no auto scream, by the way. No reinforce as well. No taunt. But I'll try to put on screen just how much damage per M1 I'm roughly dealing. And I even may start using an Ishin's Ring, just so I'm dealing even more M1 damage. Now that we are back at Temple Hearts, so let me just equip this, and then we are going to Shrine of Division Fire Gun. That's giving me 2 talents. From here, I'll just reroll to get Auto Scream, which should already be Mystic. Let's see. Seal Scales. There we go. Auto Scream. Perfect. That is a lot of extra damage. Now we need to try to get full reset on the build, just so we have even more uptime on our bell. I agree. Let's reroll Polite Awakening. Don't need that. Take Termite for now, but I'm going to end up re-rolling it. Don't need either of these. We'll burn them both. Hopefully there isn't too many things apart from full reset that we don't have now. Don't want lightweight. Don't need either of these. I'm starting to get worried about our knowledge. This Deepwoken has a bad habit of just not giving you one specific card. Still not getting it. Still nothing. You know, I'm gonna go Shrine of Unification and Division just so we can get more miscellaneous cards at once. I have extra rares, so I can do this safely. Doesn't really matter what we get. Talk to this. Get rid of Shadow Chains. That is 2 more miscellaneous cards, so I can turn those onto the same tree as full reset in order to make it a lot easier to get. I swear, Deepwoken, the RNG in Deepwoken just seems really scuffed. Not only can I just seemingly not get payback, but I'm struggling to get full reset. Well, this should be 3 miscellaneous cards at once. There's not even many things left apart from full reset, and the game's just not giving me it. Full reset, there we go. Now we have what we need, so I'm just gonna go chuck a gem back on my taunt, and we are going to do a hell mode. Here is where I plan to have an epic outro where I'd be fighting for my life in hell mode with this build, to just truly showcase how much damage it did. However, hell mode is currently really broken and stuff just doesn't seem to be spawning. This is part of what I'm going to be pushing for in my next video that'll be sent to the devs to hopefully get hell mode revamped. Since if you don't know, this is what hell mode should look like, and it's currently just a wasteland. So yeah, don't worry, before I drop the showcase, hopefully hell mode will be fixed so I can truly show you how good this build is. Since currently I can't really demonstrate how much damage it's doing, outside of just showing you that I can stat check Brood Lords and shred them in seconds. So yeah, a little bit of a disappointing end, but don't worry, this build is incredibly strong, and I am going to be pushing for hell mode changes very soon. So if you want to see what I'm proposing, like, subscribe, join the Discord, check out some more PvE content. Hopefully hell mode will get fixed, and I'll see you all next time.